What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be taking a look at my Redcat Thunder drift car. This is a 1/10 scale 4-wheel drive drift car. It's based on a touring car chassis. It's belt driven, and I know what you're thinking, a 4-wheel drive drift car, what the heck? But wait until you see this thing rip. Alright, so taking a look under the hood, this one's been pretty heavily modified. Let me go over everything that I've done to get it to this state here. I added this Hobbywing Quick Run ESC, that's good for 3S LiPo. I swapped out the motor for this 3600 kV brushless motor. I also upgraded the steering servo and the steering horn so I could get a little bit more angle on my steering. That definitely helps when drifting. I locked the rear differential. There's a million different ways on how to lock a rear differential, but I just basically took this all apart, cleaned it out, and filled it with hot glue, and now the rear is totally locked. That's improved the performance of this thing pretty substantially. I've changed the wheels and tires a bajillion times because I go through wheels and tires pretty quick on this thing because it's a tire slayer. I added these magnetic body mounts, and of course I got this sweet killer body EVO 10. This thing's got a full light kit in it. It's got a little button that I made right there so you can put it into party mode and have the lights do all kinds of crazy stuff, you know, Tokyo Drift style. I added this carbon fiber looking wing to it, a couple offensive stickers, and that's pretty much it. So that's enough talking. It's pretty windy out here today, but I'm gonna do the best kind of filming that I can. I brought the GoPro with me, so maybe we can get some cool little drifty slideways action shots. Let's give it a try. All right, guys, we're here in Mexico. I'm sorry about the wind noise. It's a little bit breezy today, but this is a super fun place to come and rip this thing. As you can see, you can hold this thing sideways for quite a while. It's pretty easy to drive now that I've done all the modifications to it. I've got a little bit better steering angle. I've definitely got more power, and having that rear diff that's locked makes a big difference. So you can pretty much put it right where you want it. You know, get really close to stuff. So I've had this car for a few years now, and I've really gone through it pretty much forwards, backwards, left and right, and I've got her pretty well dialed. And I know that there's a little bit of a debate, people saying, oh, well, you know, drift cars are rear wheel drive. You can't have an all-wheel drive drift car. And to some extent, I agree with that. But this thing is pretty versatile, you know. A drift car, a purpose-built drift car is really only going to be good at drifting. Whereas this thing, you know, I can take it to just about any surface, you know, aside from dirt and grass. But, you know, I can bring it out here to the pavement or concrete or, you know, just all kinds of other surfaces and have a good time going sideways with this thing. Whereas a drift car, a rear-wheel drive, purpose-built drift car, you really need to have a pretty good prepped surface. And I can throw some rubber tires on this thing and throw a 3S battery in it, and it's actually a ripper. Like, it goes pretty quick. I've never put a GPS on it to see just how fast it goes, but this thing, it can get it. All right, so what do you say we get some action shots with the GoPro of this thing really going sideways and seeing how close we can get to some of the stuff around here? Roll that beautiful bean footage. right, YouTube, what do you think? This thing is super duper fun. You know, I think you can get into this chassis for like 160 some odd bucks these days. And for a belt driven 4-wheel drive drift car that's set up pretty decent from the factory, hey, you can't beat that. Now I know, again, you know, it's not rear wheel drive, but unless you have a really prepped surface and you plan on being competitive, 4-wheel drive drift cars are just the way to go. Then you could put an all-wheel drive body on it, you know, like a Evo or a GTR or a Subaru, and you know, jack the suspension up, throw some off-road tires on it, and you know, have it be a rally car when you're done drifting. Throw a pan body on it and go out and do some speed runs, you know, with some rubber tires. So super duper versatile. I really enjoy this chassis. I really enjoy this platform a lot. And it gets 2 big old thumbs up from me. So that's gonna do it, guys. Let me know if you have any questions about this car or drifting in the comment section below. I try and answer every comment, and if there's something I can help you with, I'm more than happy to help you, or just talk about RCs in general. That's always a good time too. If this is your first time checking out the channel, welcome. I'm glad you found it. I like to do RC shenanigans like this all the time, even when the world is shut down. So you're gonna want to make sure you stick around. All right, guys, until next time, peace.